Good morning. My name is Beer Graywall, and today we are going to be discussing how to get the upside only of the stock market without the downside risk. This is very, very important. I do not want you to be scared of the stock market because Warren Buffett said, the richest man on earth, he said, the quickest, the fastest, and the most amount of money to be made is in the stock market. And in that same breath, he said, okay, most people lose their shirt in that same stock market also. All right. Today, what I want to share with you, yes, there is a way that you can get the upside only of the stock market without the downside risk. This is the dirty little secret, that the industry don't want you to know. But to me, you are important, and it hurts me to see that, when people lose their money. So I'm going to be showing you that within that exact same funds, see the black line is the way we suggest that you set up your money, and in the red line is, see the way people are used to and the way we've been told to put the money in the stock market. No. It should not be this way. So please relax, and I'm going to go through everything in details, and I'm going to even show you. We will take the results. Right? This was just a graph here I showed you. And then we are going to be taken year by year how much the stock market went up or down and how our strategies worked. And then we'll compare it, the 20-year average. How did the people who were in that red graph, how did they fare? After 20 years, all the ups and downs and stuff, and how with our strategies, how did we fare? So please kick back and relax. So who am I, to be sharing with you? Why should you even be listening to me? Well, my name is Beer Graywall, and I'm an India-born Sikh American. I'm a financial strategist, advisor, and an author with a proven track record. You might have seen me on national media, after that 2007, 8, and 9 housing as well as financial crash, because I have a proven track record that people who had used our strategies did not lose any money. So that's what I'll be sharing with you today. And, so please kick back, relax. Like I said, we'll be sharing with you how to get only the upside of the stock market, how you can be in this black side instead of the red side, here within that exact same fund. In this example, we are using that S&P 500 fund. So now you should know how I got to this level. Why? What's the difference? Because, folks, it took me years to get to this level. Well, I had been in the insurance and financial services industry since the early 80s, and I thought I had the world in the palm of my hands, that when it comes to money, nothing could ever happen to me. Then certain things happened, which were completely out of my control, and it was just like right now, the coronavirus thing. This is mind-boggling, amazing, and everything is out of everyone's control. This economy was booming, and but then suddenly, just day before, I think I seen it on either Fox News or CNN. They said, well, this economy is crashing and the global economy is crashing, and the effects of this one are going to be far-fetched. And that is the reason I'm sharing all of these things with you, so that way, okay, I do not want you to be, okay, scared. There is already so much negative things going on. Just a second, please. I just hit a wrong button here. Anyway, so I'm going to be here. So now, then, like I said, okay, I had everything going for me, and then things happened in 1990, end of 1994, that I lost everything to foreclosure. All right. And I will never ever forget that day in September of 1995, when marshals came and we had to leave that custom hilltop home in Aliso Viejo, California. All right. And because I lost everything to foreclosure, it was just something completely beyond my control, and so when we were leaving, I looked back, okay, and my wife was carrying our 1-month-old son in her arms. And folks, I could not bear that sight, and at that time, the turning point came in my life, and I looked at my wife, I said, honey, I'm sorry, but I'm going to find answers, okay, so that way, okay, not only us, that anyone I come across, that they should never, ever, ever, be in this kind of a situation. So I set out to find answers, and my thing was that I wanted to find answers to how to have financial security and peace of mind, no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the taxes, no matter what happens to the stock market, and no matter what happens to my health. Folks, we do not realize that, we are the money-making machine of our family. We are the Federal Reserve Bank of our family. We are the one who bring in the income. What if this machine breaks down? Where will the money come from? All right. We never ever stop to think about these things, So, well, I'm so glad that you have joined me today, and I am going to be showing how to have that financial security and peace of mind, no matter what happens to the economy. Does not matter. You'll be safe. No matter what happens to the stock market, ups and downs and stuff, does not matter. And that's the today's subject, that I'm going to show you how to get that upside only of the stock market without the downside risk. All right. And so I will show you how you can be in this black line right here instead of the red line. Red line is the people who went directly to the stock market. And, so I'll be going into the details of all of this one. All right. And so you do not have to fear anything at all. So like I said, no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the stock market, no matter what happens to the taxes, right? Because one party says, if we come to power, we are going to increase taxes. The other one says, hey, if we come to power, we'll decrease the taxes. I don't want you to be into that kind of things and stuff. Right? And I'll show you how you make Uncle Sam your business partner. Uncle Sam says, okay, if you set up your money in a certain way, okay, then it can be completely tax-free, and your money will be in completely tax-free environment, grow, compound, and pay out tax-free. So it does not matter. Then whichever party comes to power, reduce or increase taxes, you are not affected. All right. And then I'm going to show you, okay, how to ensure this money-making machine, so that way the dreams, and the, that you have, of your financial future and your family's financial future. Nothing. With humbleness, I'm saying this thing, with humbleness. And I'm going to prove to you, again, by the way, I prove everything. It is just not that take my word for it. I'm going to be proving everything, that I'm talking to you today. So now, if you can please overlook my turban and my uncut hair, because this is a part of my Sikh religion. We don't cut our hair, we do not drink or smoke, we lead a very simple life. So it's part of my Sikh religion, and we are all based in northwestern part of India. So if you can overlook my appearance and my Indian accent, then I have something very, very important to show it to you, and this will be the answer. You do not have to worry about it. Whatever happened up till now, right? That we cannot change, but moving forward, I'm going to share with you. And by the way, I'm not trying to sell you anything, folks. Okay, and the resources that I put in below or at the top, depending which media you're watching me on, and those are just, well, people say, well, so where do I find the answers and stuff? I've just put in those resources. You do not have to do nothing at all. Okay, I'm not trying to sell you anything, so please relax. And number one, number two is, these strategies that I'll be sharing with you, these had been reserved for our high net worth, high-end paying and highly paying clients only. All right. But now when this thing started happening, I saw the coronavirus, the effects of this one, I knew this is going to be so very bad, right? So then I just could not sit back. My consciousness did not allow me. So that is why I'm sharing these things with you, So please, kick back and relax, and try to get it. What I'm trying to say, and everything I'll be proving it to you. So just take it my word, because people who had used these strategies did not lose any money during the 2007, 8, and 9 housing as well as the financial crash. All right, we do not realize. I'm going to be touching on a lot of things today, folks. And so you might have seen that a lot of people lost everything, including their homes also, when that housing crash started happening, right? But just before that, in 2004, 5, and 6, everyone was looking at Zillow's every week or every month. Hey, how much our home has appreciated, and people were feeling that we are millionaires and stuff like that. Remember those days? And where just a little shack in Newport Beach, California was going for over $1 million, right? And the people who did not manage that equity properly, I'm saying properly, according to the Federal Reserve Bank study. I'll be going over this one, right? So the people who did not manage it properly, or who just tried to do it themselves, thinking, hey, I'll take that equity out, and do it myself, or the other people who just left that equity inside, so thinking that it's going to keep on going up. And I'm going to be busting a lot of myths also. See that people leave their equity inside the house, thinking that the house will appreciate much more if we left it in. That's a myth. I'm going to be busting everything, So folks, if you're homeowners, please stay. Please, this is for you. And like I said, this is my giving back to the community and the country that I love. The country, America, has given me so much opportunity, and it gives so much opportunity to everyone. So now, again, like I said, with no expectation in return, right? I'm just sharing all of these things with you, for which I used to charge a lot of money, but at this time, no. I want you to be financially secure. And if you feel that that you are getting something, getting some ideas out of this one, then please, instead of saying thank you to me, just forward this thing. Invite. I'm going every day. Today it's been a little bit late. I had a few things, but it's at 11 o'clock California time. Every day I'm going live except Sunday, and come and I take one topic, okay, and go into details on that one. All right. So please share it, post it on your social media. You have my approval. Let everyone benefit. And there is no expectations. I'm not charging anything, and neither am I expecting anything out of this one. So this is my humble gift to you. Please kick back, and to get the most out of this one, please clear off your brain's hard drive. Right? Do not try to justify at this time that why you did certain things or why you did not or whatnot. Right? No. For right now, just be in the moment. Give me your attention. I guarantee you it will be worth it. Every minute of it will be worth it, because and also I'm going to prove it to you. It's just not that, hey, take my word for it. All right. So please, let's get started. Okay, just relax. And by the way, in the end, if you stay till the end, and everything that I'm talking about, okay, I'm going to share with you. Remember earlier I had mentioned, that your people hate Uncle Sam, right? But I'm going to show you how that same Uncle Sam, okay, whom everyone hates, says that, hey, you can make me your business partner, and I'm going to help you take your money to whole new levels, right? And I'm going to show you how you make your Uncle Sam your business partner, to take your money to whole new levels. And in the end, I am going to, give you those IRS codes and the laws, TEFRA laws, that Uncle Sam says if you set up your money, and then we just put a turbo booster to that one. All right. So for right now, today's topic is how to loss-proof your money. Yesterday, by the way, I'm sorry. Yesterday, it was how to loss-proof your money, and today I am sharing with you how to get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk, and within those same funds. And okay, so it's just amazing, folks. All right, by another disclaimer, let me just share it with you. If you feel that I am going to share with you any kind of strategies or something, like I said, about IRS codes and stuff, to right, to be a creative, or try to how to lie or cheat on taxes, or if you feel that I will be sharing with you something, okay, then you are in the wrong place. No. I want you to feel good, okay, taking advantage of what Uncle Sam says. And with me, when it comes to anything, I'll be proving it to you that knowledge is power, and that's what I have. All right. So, like I showed it to you earlier, and that after losing everything, including my custom hilltop home in Aliso Viejo, California, I set out to find answers. And it took me years. And I took so many courses. I was looking for nuggets from every course. I read so many financial books and stuff like that. Right? And what I found was amazing. And these are the things, okay, the rich and famous customers use, and even the regular rich and famous people, they have figured out these things. Right? That's why they are just having a good time by the beach and stuff, and the money is working for them. And today, before the end, if you stay till the end, I'm going to show you the program that the rich and famous use to automate the whole system. Loss-proof their money, then tax-free their money, and then in case something happens to you, the money-making machine breaks down. Okay, so all of that, and then set it all up on autopilot, so that way you can be sitting on those resorts or by the beach next to that rich and famous people, and enjoying life without any financial stress. So kick back, and in the end I'm going to show you all of this thing. And every minute, folks, it's I want to thank you so much for joining me. This is my giving back to the community and the country that I love. So let's get into this thing. Let's go into the details. All right. Now, another thing I have to share I have to tell you these kind of things, because I do not want you to have a false sense of security that, hey, these can be my results. No. There is so many variables that go into this thing, like how much money it is, which fund you set it up in, and how. The key is how you set it up. That is the key, right? And if you do not take our recommendation, you deviate from it, yes, you will not get those kinds of results. But so your results will be different. However, in this example, okay, these were the results that came up. All right. So please, there is no guarantees, but what I'm going to show you is if we set it up exactly like this example, the results can be pretty good. Yes, you're right. Pretty close to it or something like that, at least they will be much, much better. You will never have to lose a penny of your money, and like Warren Buffett said, okay, the quickest and the fastest money to be made is in the stock market. So today I'm going to take that fear of the stock market away. And matter of fact, even many of you might have been, pulled your money out of the stock market after losing everything. Like the same S&P 500, just in the last 3 weeks, it has all the ups and downs and stuff. I just heard it on the news the other day. It has lost over 20% in the value, and now people pull out that money to stop their losses, and they lost 20%. It did not have to happen. It did not have to happen. Yes, you're right. And now you are going to be empowered with that knowledge that for the rest of your life, okay, you will be like, remember some of the people, they say, oh, I'm playing the stock market, your quote unquote stock market, right? And now you will be able to play the stock market and win every time. And this is how it is done. We call these misfortune strategies, because people miss out on fortunes, because they don't know what they don't know. All right. So it says, let me just read it this way. I can be very quick, and I'll explain it. All right. While others lose money in the stock when the stock market goes down, with our strategic setup, right? And our clients' money has grown consistently. Please do not think that I'm trying to sell you. That's why I hesitated when I said our clients. No, I'm not trying to sell you anything at all. So just relax, right? But just get it. All right. And sometime another thing, let me just share it with you. See, I'm trying to hit a lot of things, trying to explain it. So please pardon me. While if you feel that, oh, I'm repeating myself, no, I do not want to sugarcoat anything. Just okay, so that's why I keep on repeating it. Number one, and if ever you feel that I might have used some words or something that might have offended or something, no, it is not my intention, and I want to beg forgiveness in the very, very beginning itself, right? So please, no, what I'm trying to do is, and my example is, I may not do it properly in a diplomatic way, because I'm not a politician, but please forgive me. But this will benefit you only. That's the only reason. All right. And again, I'm not charging. It's all free information. This is just my giving back to the community. So please do not take any offense, but try to get what all is possible. And if you already haven't, then it will reinforce it, that, hey, you are on the right track. And if not, then, the resources are there. You can follow up those ones. All right. So this is $500,000. Okay, this example here. In that same S&P 500, that we hear about every day we sit in the car, yes, yeah, right? Or turn on the news, they say Dow Jones went up, Dow Jones Industrial, S&P 500, and there's another one too, so anyway, that same S&P 500. $500,000 in 1999. Now when the market goes up, yes, you go up with it. See, in the red is someone who's gotten in there directly by themselves, yes, yeah, right? The way traditionally people put the money into the stock market. And then the black is the way we set it up, and you are going to be empowered with all of that knowledge now. So, this strategy, we call it our missed fortune strategy, is upside only of the stock market. When it goes up, you just get in and then lock in. See, here the market went up, you went up with it, and then you locked it in at the end of the year. This strategy is called 1 year point to point strategy. All right. And there are many different strategies. You can use whatever, but this is my most favorite. Right? So you went up, and now you have your principal is safe, as well as you kept the profits also up till this time. And there is a cap, of course, on this one. And so do not worry, all these results are with that cap included. So do not get too greedy. And you will see the 20-year average on this one also, how with all of these caps and stuff to what happen. All right, then okay here, upside only lock in. This becomes a new reset point, and then it new restart. See, it goes up, you kept all the gains, and the principal is safe. Now this becomes a new reset point and restart. Now then here in this example, the market went down 2 years in a row. You did not lose a penny. You didn't make anything either, but you didn't lose anything either. Then it starts to go back up, and you start to go back up with it, so now up to that cap. Now here is 2007, 8, and 9. When the market crashed right here, right? You did not. Your money got frozen right there. Even though you can get your money out with a telephone call, right? But your money is frozen from losses, all right? And now, then the year after that, it went up. And in this example, I just showed you, I could have gone on and on and on, but that will be confusing to you. But just get this thing, how to get the upside only of the stock market without the downside risk. Now, here the end result at this point was about 418,406, all right? And here it is 1,078,000 and change. All right. Now, folks, how the money is made. See, you loss proofed it. Now, if the market goes up 10%, how much do you think this one will go up? About $42,000. And how much will this one go up? It will be $107,000. Folks, this is how the money is made. All right, and rich and famous have figured it out, right? So now, after that, if you lock in this money, remember I mentioned I'm going to show you how you make Uncle Sam your business partner. If you lock in this money so it grows, compounds, and pays out and transfers at death, all tax-free, then you have put in even a bigger turbo booster to this thing. All right, folks, this is how it is made. All right. Now, in a little bit, I'm going to, I just we showed you the graph right here. In a little bit, I'm going to show you, okay, that every year, how much exactly the market went up, right, and went up and down. This is directly in the same S&P 500. The red graph right here, and this is the black one with our caps and stuff, and I'm going to show you. But for right now, just absorb what we just said. All right. Now, let me just shift gears. I'll come back to that, and then everything will start to fall in place. Otherwise, I'll just confuse you too much. Yes, you're right. Now, the other very, very important thing, why I'm bringing this thing up, it is, if you are a homeowner, please listen very, very, very close. Otherwise it could be just a bad dream. Just like in 2006, 7, 8, when that housing crash happened. All right. Now, again, like I said, everything I share with you, I give you the proofs on this one. All right. We had been doing home equity planning for our clients for a long time. And, then back in 2006, Federal Reserve Bank study came up. This is the study right here. All right. They said, the gist of that study is, they said home equity should always be separated. That means separated means the equity should be taken out, and put into a side fund. It should not be trapped in in your home. All right. That's where the big mistake people do. And home equity should be separated and put to work to boost your savings as well as your retirement. Number one. Number two is to reduce your risk. Let's now talk about this thing. The Federal Reserve Bank study says that you take this equity out, it should be separate in a separate fund, side fund, which should be growing. Right now, your equity is making 0 rate of return, folks. This is just another myth that we have, that, hey, some people think that, hey, let me just leave the equity in so my home will appreciate in value much faster, right? No, that's a myth. All right, folks, if you have taken that equity out of the home, also, when the prices are going up, the prices will still go up at that same level, whether you have the equity trapped in your home and or whether it is separated. And the biggest mistake people make is to keep the equity trapped in that house, right? Because here's the reality, and I'm not trying to scare you. Let's just take an example, and I put numbers to these things. Say you have a $500,000 home, all right? And in California, it's even, these days you can't even find a condo for $500,000, but that's besides the point, right? Let's just, for a very simplicity sake, all right? Let's say you have a $500,000 home and the market goes down just a modest 10% only. Folks, you will guaranteed lose $50,000 instantly. How long will it take for you to save that $50,000 that you instantly lost? How long will it take? How much have you saved, or how long did it take you to save that $50,000? All right, and please do not buy into this nonsense, okay? That when people say that, hey, with the stock market or any kind of loss, home prices will come back up anyway, so don't worry, don't get panicked or anything. And the same thing they say, with the stock market too. Yes, these things, they do come back up, but how long will it take for them to come back up? All right, then okay, you have lost all that time, okay, while it is coming back. What if you did not lose anything, in the first place? That's why I say, okay, that our clients are way ahead of other people who might have recovered from the last crash of 2007, 8, and 9. You're right. And the housing crash started in 2006, 7, 8. So I do not want you to You either put your money on the risk, or or just buy into that nonsense of hey, they'll come back up. Did we know that if you lost 50% of your whether your savings or retirement, or 50% of that equity money. Do you know, this is another myth I'm busting? Yes, you're right. Please listen close. Knowledge is power. All right. So, if you lost 50%, how much do you think you will need to make just to get back up to that same level just before losing? If you said 50%, folks, with humbleness, you're wrong. You have to make 100% to just get back onto that level. Now, just imagine how long will it take for your savings and retirement program if you lost 50% to make 100% just to get back to that. And if you did not lose in the first place, folks, that's how okay. So this series, every day that I talk about every day, I want you to keep on coming back. I go into these details. All right. So, by the way, another perspective. Last time in 2006 through 9, all right, the housing went down up to 60%. Up to 60%, and the stock market went down between 40 and 60%, depends which where you had put your money in. Imagine that, losing 60% and stuff. We never think about it in this way. So, folks, I want you to take a deep breath and and just say goodbye to the past. Whatever happened in the past, it happened. But today is a new day if you take advantage of these strategies. Now, come back to this thing. So we already shared with you how to boost your savings and retirement using that equity trapped in your home. See, many times we say this thing that, hey, use OPM, the other people money, right? To help you out, say if you want to buy a business or whatever it needs to be. Or if you felt that there is a better investment opportunity, you go to friends and family or try to borrow money to put it in there and hopefully think that you'll make much more money so that way you can have better financial situation for yourselves and your family. All right, folks. What if that investment or wherever you were going to put that OPM, the other people money, if it don't pan out, then you lost that relationships also, your friends and family too. I don't want you to do that. You're right. If you're a homeowner, you have that OPM and way beyond your imaginations, you would be borrowing $5,000-$10,000 from others, right? And here, again, the home prices have gone back up, double or even triple, depending which area of the country you are in. Folks, use that, because it's not me saying, this is the Federal Reserve Bank study saying this thing. So don't take my word for it. Now, let's talk about the risk that you are taking by leaving that equity in your home. I already discussed it, that it could be a bad dream when the home prices go down. By the way, no one is talking about this thing, folks. If you have equity in your home, you have to move fast to get that equity out. Many of the lenders have stopped giving that home equity loans already because they know that the housing prices will go down and then it will just be a bad loan, and no one wants to. They are in the business also to make money. All right. So you have to move very, very fast before that option also closes, and then you start to lose your equity, and then it is just too late. All right? So move fast today, ASAP. Listen to the Federal Reserve Bank study, what they were saying. All right? Reduce the risk. All right? In California, we are in fire and earthquake country. In the rest of the nation, they have like tornadoes and floodings and stuff like that. Now, I give you examples of everything. You might have heard about Hurricane Katrina, right? Just a few years ago, it was a big one. And so it affected Louisiana and Texas very much. So this CNBC reporter goes to the mayor of Port Arthur, Texas. All right. And he had lost his home too. It was all flooded and stuff. He said, "Sir, you just lost your home. What do you have to say?" And listen close. And that mayor said, "Sadly, we had just paid it off." Now, look at the same statement from a different angle. See, right now he said, "Sadly, we had just paid it off." And sadly word came up because when the reality hit, then that same situation became sadly, right? But before that, that same mayor was sending them extra monthly payments to the banks and stuff to pay off that home. Yes, I agree. Everyone should have a paid off home, right? But where I disagree and where the Federal Reserve Bank study disagrees is that yes, not the way most of the people pay off their home. No, the equity should be taken out. It should be in a side fund, right? Where it is growing much better than the payments that you will be making on the equity that you took out. All right? That is the way to reduce your risk. Yeah, right? And that same Katrina, right? You might have heard about another one too. He was a very, very powerful senator, Senator Trent Lott. All right? He lost his home too. All right? So another reporter goes up to him, "Sir, what do you have to say? You lost everything." And senator, these are smart people. The mayor and the senator here, right? They are the best in their game. Only that's why they are at the top. All right, but on the other side, they may not be, right? I'm not perfect in everything, but when it comes to money, yes, I can claim that because I have a proven track record, and you will be you are learning all of those things today. All right. That Senator Trent Lott said, he goes, "You know what? This house was going to be our retirement adobe. Me and my wife, we were going to live happily ever after I retired from the Senate." And he goes, "Now, this is the only thing I had," right? And he goes, "I don't know what's going to happen to us now." Wow, it didn't have to happen. I want you to protect yourselves, ASAP. All right? So, and don't take my word for it. This is the Federal Reserve Bank saying. And we had been doing this thing, home equity planning, for a long, long time, And then the Federal Reserve Bank study came up. Now, in this study, they are saying that, hey, you should take the money out. They are saying, that you put it into IRAs and 401ks, all right? But knowing what I know, right, there is much, much, much better programs on this one. So, well, I'm sorry. Yes, that's been going. I'm just trying to rush it through. Right? But I just don't want to confuse you either. And so I'm going to go a little bit faster on the few of the things, and that, hey, folks, every day, I'm doing these things, see the series. I just started. I made it into this series just yesterday only. Yesterday was the first day of the series, and then today is the second day, and I'm going to keep on going. See, every day there is so many topics. See, so many ways you can skin the cat. So that way, my mission is to help you, empower, give you ideas. That hey, you could use to have complete, total financial security for you and your family, no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the stock market, no matter what happens to the taxes, and no matter what happens to your health also, and then show you how you put all of this thing on autopilot, so that way you can be completely stress free when it comes to money. And I want you to go enjoy life. See, just like those rich and famous and stuff, they are sitting by the pools there at resorts, see, and sipping those margaritas and pina coladas. By the way, I don't drink. I enjoy those virgin pina coladas also, and so without the alcohol, and or they are spending time on the beach, completely stress free when it comes to money. They are no different than you and I, folks. They are no different. And they just have learned these things, that what you are learning in this series. All right. So now let me just quickly, you can live that lifestyle of the rich and famous too. Please invite your friends, family, and post it on your social media. Invite people so they can come on in every day at 11 o'clock. Today I started a little bit late, you're right, and sometimes it's beyond me, okay. And but usually it's 11 o'clock California time, Pacific Standard Time, every day except Sunday. And Saturday or Sunday, depends, okay, what my plans are. But weekdays, every day. Come on in. There will be a new strategy every week. And this is what I'll be covering. There is so much to cover, folks, And, wow, I just, okay. My specialty is I show you how to make the money work for you instead of you working alone for the money. And I call it the analogy of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses working for you are way much better than you working alone. All right, folks, you'll never get rich. Okay, please, with humbleness, if I'm saying so. Just by if you are doing a job by putting in overtime over there, okay, or if you are executive or a business owner or something like that, by putting those 60, 70, 80-hour weeks and stuff, okay. No. That way you are ruining your health also, and you are missing out on the time to enjoy your family too. And it puts stress on your families too. It don't have to happen. All right. And the rich and famous have figured it out. They got these other horses working for them, which are way much, which will take their money way much better and quicker to the finish line. So, all right. And then you'll see, okay, my specialty is, no matter what level you are at, whether you are just starting out in life or you're okay on your way to that millionaire category and success, you're right, does not matter which level you are at, okay. I'm going to show you how to optimize your current assets, and in a minute I'm going to prove it to you how you can be a millionaire. And if you are already a millionaire, you have achieved success, you're right. And then how you can be on path to be a billionaire, and this is with humbleness I'm saying so, folks, okay. Humbleness, all right. And so I'll be in this series, I'll be discussing all of different savings and investment options, like from commodities to your investment real estate, mutual funds, CDs, money markets. We will look at everything, okay, the good, bad, and the ugly, and then you decide. I'll be I'll be taking one thing at a time. So please keep on coming back, and I always put in the topic over there too, as to what I'll be covering on that particular day. Now, let me just share with you. I'm trying to go fast, so that way I'm giving you the taste of what will be coming, okay? And I call it $1 million dash. And don't tune me out thinking that, okay, hey, that millionaire is for the other people, all right. No. Don't tune me out and miss out this opportunity, folks. Next slide, I'm going to show it to you how ordinary people, with humbleness, how ordinary people can become millionaires, and how millionaires become billionaires. Next slide is coming up, so please listen close, all right? So just for right now, be with me what I'm trying to get to, all right? This is $1 million dash to financial security for you and your family, all right? And it's exactly the same dollar, that 100-cent dollar, right? There are 100 cents in that dollar. So it's that exactly the same dollar. Some people are crawling with it. Some people are walking with it. Some people are jogging with it. This is IRAs and 401ks. It is the step in the right direction. Remember that home equity? This is where Federal Reserve Bank is saying, but no, I know something much better, This is and if you put a turbo booster to your money, you can get to that same level way much faster. All right, way much faster. So, so now let me prove it to you. Folks, knowing how the money works is the key. And in this series, I'm going to show you every day. We'll go into much more details at every thing will be going into, right? Like I said, we are discussing how ordinary, or how you and I can be, okay, millionaires. And if we have achieved that millionaire status, how we can be billionaires. Here it is. Here is how ordinary people, you and I, can become millionaires also. All right. This is $1 doubling every period for 20 periods. All right. So 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, like that. All right. So now this is taxed as earned. This is the way it should be. Like I had said it earlier also. I will never be a party to lying or cheating on your taxes. No. Then you are in the wrong place. However, knowledge is power, and that's what I'm sharing with you during this series. So please share all of this thing. Invite your friends and family, okay, and post it on your social media. Let everyone else benefit too from this one, right? And so. This is the way it should be, right? We go earn money, or we invest money somewhere, it doubles up. Then at the end of the year, we are supposed to pay taxes. We pay the taxes, the rest of it doubles up, then we pay taxes and stuff, right? So now it is 20 periods, right? It doubles for 20 periods. Now it don't have to be 20 years. It can be 20 months, 20 days, 20 weeks, does not matter, but just get the concept here, right? So at the end of those 20 periods, see in this column, the money will grow up to be about $28,000. All right. Now, if that same money is in a tax-free environment, remember earlier I had mentioned Uncle Sam says that if you set up the money, in a certain way, and it passes that test, their litmus test, and you do it according to, oh, by the way, I'm going to be showing you in a minute what are those RS codes, how you can come from this category legally, from this category into this category. All right. And so now, If that same $1 doubling every period for 20 periods is in the tax-free environment, guess what, folks? It will be over $1 million. Did you get that? IRAs and 401ks are a step in the right direction because they are tax deferred, but you'll have to pay taxes when you take the money out or when you need the money out the most. This is how ordinary people become millionaires. And like I said, you're right. So now, if you are already a millionaire, you have achieved your objective, then you're here, and then you just add some extra zeros to it, and you are on track to be a billionaire. So, and folks, this is how the money is made. And I'll be going into details of all of this one. I'm bypassing so many of these slides right now, right? And like I said, it is that 4 phases of retirement contribution. That's when we are young and saving money. Accumulation is the middle ages, and distribution is at retirement. And then transfer is when we check out to be with the Lord. All right? These people who are crawling, they have earned my respect. They are doing the right thing, that they are paying their taxes and stuff, and but they don't know any better. What you are knowing today, only if they knew this thing, they would come out of this category into this one. This is how you put your turbo booster. And IRAs and 401ks are right here in the middle. They are tax deferred, but you are taxed when things happen. All right. So, folks, this is how ordinary become millionaires. All right. Now, another thing is that IRAs and 401ks. Remember, this is I'll be going into this one. You set up the money this way. As you take that equity out and put it into IRAs and 401ks, I showed it to you. You're a better option than that one too. But do something, please. Otherwise, it will be a bad dream. Okay? Get that equity out. Many of the lenders have stopped lending money on home equities already, and it's going to get tighter and tighter. So now, before I go into much more details on today's subject, that getting today's subject is getting upside only of the stock market without the downside risk. You're right. And I'll be now going into numbers. But before this, let me keep to my promise that I had made you earlier, that I will be showing it to you. 2 things, how you can put a turbo booster to your money and set it up all on autopilot, right? Like the millionaires and those rich and famous and stuff. So that's coming in the next slide. But here it is, IRS says, Uncle Sam says. So where are the answers to have your money grow, compound, and pay out all tax-free? Remember that, putting that turbo booster to your money to the finish line, right? IRS says if you set up your money according to these sections of the IRS code and it passes the TEFRA laws and that litmus test, it passes that, and then you can have your cake and eat it too. This is how, folks, it is done, legally done, all right? And this is nothing that I just come on up, that these are just recent laws. No. These laws have been on the books for over a century, over 100 years, folks. And so no, rich and famous are making use of it. These are there for us to use. And I want you to start using them. And now, to answer that question, right? I showed it to you. Remember in the beginning I had mentioned, that I set out to find those after losing everything, including my custom hilltop home in Aliso Viejo, California. I set out to find answers, to how to have financial security no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the stock market, no matter what happens to the taxes, and no matter what happens to your health. All right? Now, and then I said, well, I'm going to show you how to get only the upside of the stock market, because Warren Buffett says that's where the biggest and the quickest money to be made is. Yes, yeah, right. And then how to loss proof your money, and then the whole thing that I just talked about, you're right, all of these things. Then how do you set it up on autopilot? So that way you are completely funky. Even no matter what happens to your health also, the money that you think will be there will be there. There's no guarantee of life either. All right? We could be gone in a jiffy. However, if there's anything that can come closer to this thing, is here. And so folks, this is the thing, and then I'll come back to those details about the upside only of the stock market without the downside risk. It's called the MFTAI program. Okay, it says MFTAI program offers several unique benefits that most other financial vehicles do not offer. And the first one is unlike IRAs and 401ks or like that, or other private pension plans and stuff. Okay, this one has no caps or no limits. In this one, you can dump it. See, with all those other IRAs, 401ks and stuff like that, or other pension plans, you can there are limits how much money you can put it in. You're right, per year, right? And what if you have more? Then you cannot. Number one. Number two is those they have those IRAs, 401ks, they have those age restrictions that you cannot touch your money till age 59 and a half, or if you are pretty successful, you have to take the money out before 70 and a half, otherwise you are taxed very heavily on that one. I do not want you to be have any restrictions at all. All right, I want you to be completely funky. And this one. Now, this is that program. Everything within this one program, it sets up your money automatic, and this is all automatic. You just set it and forget it. And then you go enjoy life, and you enjoy your families, go do that philanthropic work, help out at the churches, or travel, whatever you want to do. I want you to go enjoy life. See, right now, people are trying to, work overtime and stuff like that. No. You are ruining your health. Plus, you are missing out on the time with that family, and pretty soon you get old, and you missed out on everything, but you cannot buy time back, folks. This will free up your time and set everything on autopilot. So this way you can have your no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the stock market, no matter what happens to the taxes, no matter what happens to your health, and you'll be getting only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk. You'll have the money will be set up according to the IRS rules in a completely tax-free environment. So you have just loss-proofed it, and you put in a turbo booster to your money to take it to whole new levels, right? And then you think, okay, well, but then no matter what happens to your health, if you cannot feed your current IRAs or 401ks, folks, okay, there's no one that's going to put in the money for you. With this one, it all becomes self-completing. When you are diagnosed with health problems like heart attack, stroke, cancer, or something like that, or any kind of critical, chronic, or terminal injury or sickness, okay, a diagnosis of it, it becomes self-completing up to the limits that you put in there, right? And so, folks, this is what the rich and famous, okay, the ones who are enjoying life by the beach and stuff like that, or sitting, drinking those margaritas at the resorts, okay, or pina coladas. This is what they do. No different secret. Now their money is all set up automatically. Loss-proofed it, getting only the stock market returns. Economy goes down. You are not worried. Okay, you are enjoying your life. And this is my wish for you. All right. And now, it is going so much over time. Now let me get back to you what we started off with today's topic. So again, like I said, folks, there's no expectations in return, right? But I've given you resources either at the bottom or at the top. And again, nothing, no expectations in return. And I have even put in my email address in there. You go through those notes and stuff, right? If you still have any questions, right? Go back to this one. I put it on all of this thing. The recording will be put up on Facebook right away, and then the other media by the end of the day, right? And you can go visit and we'll look at it from the very beginning on. I might have gone very, very fast, you might have missed something. Go watch this thing. This is for your own good, not for me. And I'm not expecting anything in return. And if you feel that I've been able to give you some value, then please, my thank you to me will be if you just invite friends, family, post it on social media and stuff. Hey, guys, this guy, he may make sense. And but he's not charging anything or he's not expecting anything. Go take a look at this thing. So that will be a thank you to me. All right. So please, and my wish for you is that you can have, in this doom and gloom right now, every time you turn around, coronavirus or it's all negative and the economy is crashing, stock market is crashing. Next, like I said, the housing is going to collapse very, very soon if you do not act on it. You will be the one left behind you, and then it would just be a bad dream. It don't have to happen. If you came in, if you're joining me later on, if you missed something, go back, watch this thing again. All right. Now let's get into the details. Remember, I had shown it to you how to get the upside of the stock market without the downside risk. I showed you that upside only lock in, then that becomes a new reset point and restart. All right, and you do not. All your principal is safe, as well as the gains you made up to that time are safe up to that cap. All right, now let's put some numbers to it. All right, and this is same S&P 500. That we hear about every day when we sit in the car or turn on the news and stuff. They say, hey, well, today S&P 500 went up or down or whatever happens, right? It's that same fund. So, and this is 1997, 98, 99 years. Okay, these are the years, and we are giving you, and I'm going to compare with you the 20-year average of someone who's directly into that S&P 500, all right, and with our strategies, all right. Let's take a look at it. 1997 stock market, that is S&P 500. The very first column is S&P 500. All right. It went up 31.01%. And at that time, the cap on this particular strategy and was 12.5%. So you only made 12.5%. Do not get greedy. I'm going to show you the results, even with these caps. All right. Next year, it went up 26% and change. I'm just going to keep it very simple. So 26%, you made only 12.5. Then third year, 19.53%, 12.5. Then in 2000, it went down 10%. You did not lose anything. It's 0. You didn't make any money, but your principal and the gains up till that time, this 12.5%, are locked in. Now, next year, 2001, negative 13%, 0. 2002, negative 23%, 0. 2003, it went up 26%. You made 12.5%, and so on, so on. And you see, 2004, it went up 8.99%. Yes, you kept all that profit, 8.99% right here. All right. Now let's look at the bottom line here. 20-year average. All right. S&P 500 with all the ups and downs and stuff, it came out to be 5.7%. Here, with this strategy, even with those caps, it was 7.3%. Folks, with humbleness, I'm just showing you these are the kind of results. Yes, you're right. And then if you tax free that money, if it is locked in tax free environment, it would be, well, that you would have made between 12 to 14%, on this one, depending on your tax bracket. Where could you, with a almost guaranteed that you could not never lose your principal and the gains that you made, where could you find that kind of a thing? That is what the rich and famous do, and then set up everything, okay, in that MFTAI program I just showed you, right? This is all set up on autopilot. You don't have to worry at all, no matter what happens to the economy, stock market, taxes, or even your health. So I hope I had been able to share with you. Tomorrow I'll be coming up with another topic, and so please make it a habit. Mark it in your calendars, to be live right here at 11 o'clock California time every morning. And if sometimes if I get late, and I'm just very, 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 very busy these days, right? And so if I get late, then it will be 11:30. But I always put in the warning as to what time will I be starting. Right? So please, folks, I want you to join me. There is no expectation in return, but I have given you the resources below or at the top, right? Share it with other people. Let other people's benefit too, right? And I even have if you have some pressing issues, okay, I have my email in there too, in the middle there. Read the whole notes there. You'll get more information. All right. My email is there. However, when you send me the email, okay, please, for absolute details about what your question is, the more details you give me, the more I can help you. Number one. Number two is, if you want a reply back from me personally, you have to give me your phone number, and if you give me your cell phone number, and then I can give you more direction, where you could find the answers and stuff like that. All right. So with that, share it, post it on your social media, share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock California time. With that, I hope I have been able to live up to your expectations, and I want to thank you so very much, for you're listening to me. I know you're very, very busy and taking time off your precious schedule, to be with me. To a ordinary, weird-looking Sikh American Indian guy, well, you don't know how much I appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. I hope I have been able to live up to your expectations today. And tomorrow, again, I will take another topic, and we'll do it again. With that, all the very best. Thank you. And oh, by the way, all the recordings are going to be put on this social media. Just come back to whichever media you're hearing me on, and you can re-listen to this thing, and that will knowledge is power. That will empower you with all that knowledge, so that way you do not have to be scared of this current coronavirus created the economy crashing, stock market crashing, doom and gloom, job losses, businesses completely shut down. You don't have to be affected with all of this stuff. With that, thanks. Goodbye.